Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day. Today, we are backstage at the Vancouver Film School working on some very secret stuff, which we'll tell you about later. But this rundown is going out to our pal Iron Ant. He's at Antman808 on Twitter and says, every day, Victor Lucas's rundown is a little slice of joy that he needs. Thank you so much. This rundown is all yours. We've got your Gamescom news highlights right here. Nintendo has shown off a clip of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate featuring Solid Snake fighting Donkey Kong Country's King K. Rool, which is frankly absurd and hilarious and in keeping with the franchise. Capcom's Resident Evil 2 remake had some Claire Redfield action to show off at the event, and the game continues to look like a real stunner. We now know that the release date for From Software's Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is March 22nd, 2019, and Activision and From are both saying that this is not just another Dark Souls derivative. Eidos Montreal's Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is coming up fast, has never looked better than in this new trailer meant to showcase the horsepower of NVIDIA's new graphics card, the RTX 2080 Ti. Life is Strange 2's first official trailer has dropped, and the game looks like a big departure from the first one and focuses on a brand new cast of characters. We got a look at Fury and a brand new Darksiders 3 trailer, and the hype is definitely building for this long-awaited sequel, which comes out on November 27th. Bandai Namco's Aerial Combat franchise is returning next year. Gamescom gave us a brand new look at Ace Combat 7. Now, lots of cool news, lots of news to get excited about coming out of Gamescom, but as I've said before on EP, it's not always the biggest show for brand new news. So exciting news, but not a lot of new news. Definitely cool stuff there, but it's really about kind of taking these games across the finish line and getting the European, gamers out there excited to get into the holiday shopping season, and lots to look forward to for sure. Now, Devolver Digital is getting harder and harder to categorize. Take a look at Gris. This is a puzzle platform game about a young girl lost in her own imagination. The hand-painted art style is simply beautiful, and the game promises to be free of danger, frustration, or death. It's a far cry from other Devolver titles like Serious Sam or Ruiner. Of course, the company has been diversifying quite a bit from just hardcore action with titles like Blockhood or Minute, but with Gris, the company looks like it's entering an artful, catch your breath and enjoy phase. Gris comes out this December for the Nintendo Switch and the PC. I can't wait to jump into this game. It looks beautiful. It looks like it's going to be something, quite wonderful to enjoy with my daughter. And I just love the impeccable taste that Devolver has. It really aligns with, what I dig. I love Broforce, and I loved Luftrausers and Ollie Ollie. They seem to just find these little gems, and somehow, again and again, Devolver really surprises me with the taste that they have. I'm just impressed with the team. Whoever finds these games and gets them out to market at Devolver is really, really impressive. Can't wait for that game. Now, Isaac Asimov's Foundation series is coming to screens courtesy of an unlikely source. It looks like Apple is going to be spending some serious money. Do you think they can afford it? On a Foundation 10-part series. Deadline.com is reporting that David S. Goyer and Josh Friedman will be behind the show, which will chronicle a 1,000-year-long saga of the Foundation, a group of exiles rising up against a galactic empire that rules across many planets in the galaxy. Asimov's sci-fi stories had a huge influence in the genre and were definitely part of George Lucas's reading material when he was crafting his Star Wars universe. The Foundation series for Apple has the propensity to become as valuable for its video delivering future as Game of Thrones is to HBO. Foundation is being produced by Skydance and will hit Apple's services in the next couple of years. This is huge. This is a property that many studios have been circling around for a long time, and Apple is throwing down some serious money. It's probably just play money for them at this point. They're experimenting, but I think what Apple is really trying to show everybody is that the future for all of these tech companies and all of these, services type companies is about subscriptions and having people kind of pay monthly fees to access exclusive stuff. It's not going to be so much about hardware, which we're seeing increasingly start to plateau and sort of look very similar from device to device. It's really going to be about the kinds of content offerings that these companies are offering that's going to get people to subscribe and pay extra money. Looking forward to seeing this show, though. I think Foundation is going to be incredible, and there's no limit to technologically and with visual effects these days to what these companies can do on smaller screens, on TV screens, or iPhone screens or what have you. Foundation is definitely something to be excited about. Now, they may be legal to fly almost everywhere, but drones keep on getting cooler. Take a look at DJI's Mavic 2, the sequel to the company's groundbreaking original Mavic. The Mavic 2 actually comes in two flavors, the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 2 Zoom. The specs for both are pretty much the same. They have the max flight time of just over 30 minutes, the same top speed of about 44 miles per hour, and the drones have lots of great new tracking features to keep subjects locked on from high in the air. The Mavic 2 Pro differs from the Zoom in one key way. It features a genuine Hasselblad camera. Hasselblad was purchased by DJI last year with the sole intention of making better cameras for its tech. Both are available now. Just make sure that you know all the rules and regulations in your area before you lift off. Yes, it's incredible to see the investment that DJI keeps making into the drone platforms that they're building. I mean, they've got new ones coming out on a regular basis. Almost every year they update them, and they're everywhere. You see them in stores all over the place. The question that I always have, there are so many restrictions and flight regulations, especially after we've had some, drone attacks with consumer drones in some countries out there. So I feel like it's going to get harder and harder to take these things out and practically shoot them. You can create incredible content with these things, and we'd love to be toying with them a lot more with our stuff too, although I don't know if I could fly a drone in this space right now. But I'm a little gun shy about jumping in. If I were to get one though, this is probably the one that I'd be looking at right now. Seriously cool technology. Now, it may be Gamescom right now, but Sega and Nintendo have big plans for PAX next week. Sega plans to take over PAX Prime with a bunch of upcoming games for players to get their hands on. Team Sonic Racing will be available for players to try the co-opetitive racing gameplay on a new track being revealed at the event, Ice Mountain. Creative Assembly will be back at PAX, and they're bringing a playable demo of Total War 3 Kingdoms with them. This is their latest title, focusing on the battlefields of ancient China. Sega will also let players check out the tactical action of Valkyria Chronicles 4, the action-adventure of Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise, and there are also two Persona-based rhythm games, Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight and Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. Nintendo, on the other hand, is focusing on its big guns for the Switch this holiday season and will give PAX attendees playable tastes of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and the Pokemon Let's Go games, Pikachu and Eevee. Visitors to Nintendo's section of PAX will also be able to check out the clever minigames of Super Mario Party, the addictive Diablo 3 The Eternal Collection, the over-the-top combat of Dragon Ball FighterZ, and Starlink Battle for Atlas. PAX is always a blast. We had an incredible time last year. Of course, Blake and I are not going to be at PAX this year, so I'm not going to be able to get my hands on any of these games, but I love that there are so many great indie titles to go and check out, but I also dig it that the bigger publishers like Nintendo and Sega decide that, look, it's important to give fans a chance to just jump onto these games. Obviously, they're trying to sell them over the holiday season, but we're all excited for this stuff, and for them to come to an event like PAX, which is very fan-focused, and give players this much, real hands-on time with these big titles is really cool and really important, and they're succeeding in a way that I think that E3 still needs to kind of catch up on, But instead of PAX this year, we're going to be at Fan Expo next week in Toronto, so we're going to be there. If you see us, come and say hi for sure, okay? That's going to do it for our rundown today. Thank you so much for watching. We have tons of content for you to check out, so please do. And if you dig it, hit subscribe, that little bell. There's a join button, which allows you to become a member of the EPN community, which is really cool. You can get to that on gaming.youtube.com/EPNTV. And don't forget, play forever.